second of doing it, so it's like it sounds interesting.
Wow.
Hey guys,
Way to
spam
be
waits
a
here.
hook.
Yeah, I know, right? Because I always figure out, like, you always want to try to figure out, like, how do I start a stream? Like, I'm waiting for a time where I actually do like, oh shit, I started. I didn't mean to press start and all that stuff, but I guess I did that ish. Just explain. Anyways, this is a terrible intro. Hey guys, Spamwaits here. Welcome to Chuck and Talk Thursdays. I'm joined with
Dragon.
Hi Dragon. I don't know. I just
Hi.
that was like the first thing that popped into my head. But welcome, and welcome to the obviously normal Truck and Talk Thursday. Unlike last week where I had it Saturday with Tishubana, Brianna, all that fun stuff. And yeah, so we're having it on our usual Thursday, and I really, really, really want to change this truck. I'm remembering last stream how bad this truck was on a damn dirt road. It was stupid.
Damn.
Damn. Damn indeed. Yeah, it's Truck and Talk Thursdays. It is kind of weird though, because it hasn't been a week, but it feels like it's been more than a week for me.
Right?
Like, for me, I went out 2 nights. I went out 2 nights to a casino, and no lie, that felt like a week, but like it was a good week. And then meanwhile, this amazing derp over here moved.
Hi. Yeah,
Crazy.
I did things, and it's been a fucked up kind of like, what am I doing with my life kind of week. But
Aww.
we're coming around, guys, and no, come on, make the game, just that game, that at the phone. I'm trying to make
Phone is
the
being
category. You know how on iPhones you can drag apps together and make categories?
right.
I wish it would just let me put the two social apps together. I mean, dating apps, but yeah, anyway.
Ooh, amazing. I mean, I have to be stupid, right, guys? It's just my thing. How did I end up all the way over here? Did I just really drove all the way over here? I did. Okay.
Did you know there's widgets? Oh,
Yeah, there are
sorry.
widgets. Actually,
Welcome to Dragon discovering her phone.
supposedly, if I remember correctly, for the iPhone when that new update came out for, I think it was like late last year. Supposedly you can only put it in one page, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong if you're like actually using it, because apparently you can only do it front page, but it's like really cool widgets.
It's neat. I will play with that more when we're not like doing a thing,
But it's like, ooh, Dragon notices. So for those who have iPhones and I think iPads as well, you can mess with widgets. You could finally be Android and have widgets. That's how some people put it.
Yeah. I'm gonna, while you talk about your week real quick, I'm gonna mute and send my little brother in
Nice.
Marco Polo.
A what?
I'm Marco Polo. It's that app I told you about when I moved to the UK where you can send videos to people.
Oh, right.
Yes, guys, I miss my little brother, so.
Aww. That's great. That's aw. Can't wait to hear more about actually how you're moving all that stuff. But yeah, it me. It me time first. So yeah, hi, I'm Spam Waits. I am now 27 years old because my birthday was on Sunday. Hope you guys had pie on Pie Day.
Hi!
I thought you were saying hi, and I thought you forgot to unmute or something.
Wouldn't that be great? Yes, everybody gets to hear my message to my little brother on Marco Polo.
Heck
No.
yeah. I thought that's where my mind went. But yeah, I know,
Do
definitely.
you want me to? Because
No.
I'm like, okay.
No, we're good.
Yes, but you're 27, you're old fart now.
I know, I'm an old fart, and I think it's like, I don't know, I can't remember if this was the age where you start to kind of panic about your life, but I think it's 28, because 28 is closer to 30 than 27. I know math. Um, but it doesn't feel like I'm 27, honestly, and it's like, and talking to my parents for like the past 2 weeks about, it's like, hey, Daryl, how old are you turning? 27? It's like, wow, 27? You're old. It's like, yeah, I know, you're old too, but no, I do feel like, it doesn't feel like I'm 27. I still feel like I'm in my mid 20, well, 27's technically mid 20s, Daryl, but it's getting close to the late 20s. But it doesn't, yeah, no, I don't feel like I'm 27, but I don't know what it a typical 27-year-old feels like. For anyone those in watching the stream right now or on the VOD, tell me what a 27-year-old feels like, because I just got here about 3 days ago. No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days ago. um, but yeah, no, like it's it's been very uneventful. Well, not really. Well, kind of, I guess, because it's like, sure, we are. It's to say that technically my last year's birthday on 2020 was the start of the lockdown sort of deal. It's like it kind of just mellowed out for 2021 in terms of celebrating, even though it was like small and actually went out of town for once and stayed out night at hotel for like 2 nights for once in like what ever since the pandemic or the lockdown started. I don't want to say pandemic started because technically that started like probably months before, but like the lockdown was like the really turning point for a lot of people, especially around the world. Depending where you're coming
Dun,
from,
dun,
obviously.
dun. Yeah.
But but it's like, oh, okay, hello. Wow, I did not turn that properly. Hi, car. Sorry for demolishing you like that. Um,
Nice.
where was it? But it's like now I'm just like randomly thinking, it's like it was pretty uneventful, at least compared to like the rest of the kind of birthdays I celebrate. But obviously that's pre-COVID, so like just having like birthday parties or actually going out with like friends or whatnot, or maybe like even going out even further. This one was like, I don't know. My mind wants to say uneventful, but it's also been eventful because yeah, it's the first time me and my parents actually have gotten out of the house for more than one night. Um, we've gotten out a couple, a few times. We've like actually done like going out of town just to like relax and like not really relax, but like try to get out of the house a little bit more often than not, and such. But this was like the first time to really like experience what it's like outside doing very leisurely stuff in the midst of like, I would say at this point, I don't know if you would agree with this, Dragon, it would be like kind of COVID recovery.
I don't. It's hard
Yeah, I know.
to state a direct claim.
Right. That's honestly understandable because it's like it's actually different per like country, especially. Um, but it's like compared to obviously last year when everything like just really just shut down completely. This time like some things were opening up. Actually, what I've noticed was at least with the casino we went to, apparently it was the first casino to like casino resort. So this was like a combination casino and hotel and all that stuff. First resort to like more or less fully reopen. It's not like a full reopen. There's still protocols that have to meet. Social distancing and all that stuff. But they've like really reopened and really like um, ramped up like sanitization and cleaning protocols and everything um, during and well, I say it's still during COVID, right? Um, so it's like it was kind of a like it was, I would say it's somewhat of a sigh of relief, at least compared to I am hitting all the cars today. Um, you can like breathe a. I'm just having a great time driving. I promise. Um, so like it was a somewhat of a sigh of relief, but obviously there's still a little bit of worry in there because obviously you're going to a place which is not essential and may deem to have a lot of people even with social distancing guidelines. But suffice to say, it was a still a pretty fun time. Yes, I probably should preface this for those who are new viewers. If you guys haven't seen like my old vlog or my old vlogs, my old truck and talk. I don't know if I ever talked about it actually in truck and talk. Have I? About
Uh,
me being a casino gambling addict, or at least me and my parents are. Oh my god, I'm just
I think you brought up that you go to it a little bit, but not like consistently. Can you? Wow, he turns 27 and crashes into vehicles
I
more in
know.
games. Wow.
I know. It's like my brain. No, I'm not going there. That would be bad. That would be bad to say. Um, But yeah, so for those who are new, like me and my parents, like our favorite leisure activity pre-COVID, and I guess now technically since we went, was to go to the casino and gamble. So if you gamble responsibly, if you don't need to get, if you're gambling more than your earnings or more than your savings, don't stop. Stop doing that. Only gamble if you know you're planning to lose money, right? Like, don't gamble when you're trying to win, if you're trying to like gain money, because that's not how it works. Gambling is leisure, not profit making. I'd be surprised if you're able to do that. Also, I expect you to also be in prison by that point. Um, wow, that
This
got
took a turn.
that took a turn.
I'm like scrolling through different like dating apps and such right now, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa,
What did I
jail,
just say?
okay.
I don't know. That was just like the one random thought that I came up into my head. I was just like, "Wow, Daryl. Okay, awesome." Um, where was I? So yeah, uh, favorite pastime and like slowly rebuilding back is just going to the casino and being it our first one in like a very long time. Like literally last year, um, was the last time me and my parents went to the casino on my 26th birthday. Literally the day before the California governor closed down everything. So that's quite a thought, right? Like you go to casino birthday like it's a normal day, and then suddenly the next day everything's closed. And then coming around to my
Mm.
birthday again, it's like, all right, well, gotta tread lightly because we don't know who you can expect at a casino. We don't know if there will be people that will be disregarding the rules or anything that they have set upon because of all the sanitization, social distancing guidelines, all that stuff that has been set, right? So everything is all on a very uncertain pace, and everything that you just gotta tread very lightly. Um, but just going there, it actually was it was honestly a nice change of pace in life. Really, like even like where we went, it's not our usual casino that we used to go to. Um, it was like it's like we went there before, like again before the shutdown happened, but it was like a brand new thing, and just like we were just curious, like that, and then um, they offered me free nights, so that's why we ended up going. Really, I wish I was kidding, but it's like, hey, offering me free nights, and I could book it on my for my birthday. Amazing, let's go. Um, but to be like just going there, like not even getting to the casino yet, but just going out of town for once, that was not work related or anything like that, was definitely something. And knowing that you're going somewhere out, and then you're staying there for a night or two, it's like a I have like a different sense, like in the moment. It's like I know it's like it was a new adventure, I'd say. I mean, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
any time now going out of the house and not coming back to your house the same day is quite an adventure to begin with, right? Um, and like this one was, I can't really say it's no different because it is really new. Because I haven't been out ever since lockdown, unless it was for work. Yeah, I have been out, but most of the time it was for work, and I just went back to work after that because we had like a mission or assignment to do out of our workplace. Um, but like this time it was leisure. It was just we're all just gonna have fun here. We're all gonna celebrate my birthday, or at least me and my parents are gonna be celebrating my birthday, and just having hopefully having a fun, safe time, right? Um, and really like we did like getting there, able to check in. Everyone was like I could like knowing where I went. I mean, this is a casino. I think I would say it's kind of maybe good. I'm hoping they're like other leisure places will take roughly the same protocol, because I feel like the casino we went to did it pretty spot on how to like maintain sanitization and social distancing and all that stuff. Like they had like checkpoints to get into a thing. Oh, okay. Um, they had like they closed out like a bunch of entrances and left like one or two like entrances to have like a temperature checkpoint and all that stuff. So it's like it's you're going in there really safe, and like it was weird to see like actually them having like thermal cameras. It felt like I was it kind of felt like it was pretty like very I want to say it's like TSA. So it's like, if you go through actual security checkpoint, like they do the whole scan like that. It kind of felt like that, even though they didn't really do like a full scan, like an X-ray scan or anything like that. But it's just really more of just a temperature scan. Um, just like they're doing everything safe, and like they're just like promoting everything of like what they do there, and you just see like so much like this is what we're doing to combat this pandemic, or to combat the virus, right? It's like just posters everywhere. Like they have ample amounts of like sanitization like equipment, um, sanitizer pumps literally everywhere. So no matter what, you pretty much could get yourself clean, or at least stay sanitized. And there's no excuse that you can't use those, really. And like even like promoting like this was like an interesting thing, because I thought it was applies to airlines, but it kind of makes sense here. They're like promoting their whole like advanced filtration system for the air filtration system that runs every day within the casino and within the hotel, which is like I think only one of the very few casinos that actually has like gone that far to like maintain health, safety, and all that stuff in terms of this whole virus. Um, Everything's safe, so it like, and then just going around like the check-ins, like it felt pretty normal. Um, Even though like I don't know, it was like it felt like I really don't want to say it felt like the virus never happened there, because that's pretty bad to say. But like going through like the whole process of like checking into hotel, going into your room, and then eventually going out to the casino floor and then play your favorite slot machine and whatnot. Or if you're a table person, apparently they did have tables open, but I've noticed they had plexiglass right in front of the dealer and plexiglass literally on the sides of you. So you could have a person sitting next to you, but you got plexiglass everywhere to, not be infected by anyone that would have it. But you, I don't know. This is starting to sound weird. I don't know why. Um, but like everything, like it feels like you're in a bubble, but it's definitely a safe bubble, I will say. um, but it also felt like if it, I really don't want to say it felt like it was everything was pre-COVID because of all those things, but it's like everyone was taking it safe. There's like no one like panicking about COVID things. Everyone was there having a fun time, myself and my parents included. Um, sure, we lost a little bit of money, but that again, it's a casino, right? You're there to just have fun. If you make money, that's just extra. But um, it was just a fun time. It felt everything felt like it was kind of normal. Again, I think I did preface this before. It was a new normal. Um, Obviously, everyone wants to be safe in this whole thing, but it still felt pretty normal. It felt kind of like pre-COVID in terms of like how everyone is just going around and all that stuff. Obviously, no one is like really being like close hand touchy with each other, especially if like they're strangers or friends or anything like that. There is been like even like they've actually tried to like disperse crowds if there are any to begin with, to promote social distancing. So that was like one cool thing as well. Um, but it felt pretty normal, I would say. Um, it's like everything like was there like it was pre-COVID, aside from the little plexiglass thing, the little social. They did like also a little bit of social distancing if they couldn't do it with like slot machines, because in a casino like they have like banks of slot machines that like are really close together. So pre-COVID, you probably would be elbow touching. It was a full casino. This time they have either the plexiglasses or they actually turned off every other machine, so you at least have distance with people, so you don't end up like being close to each other, which also oddly felt kind of nice, because it's like, ooh, there's space to move around compared to like pre-COVID when there wasn't space to move around. And it sucks to be in a casino where it's actually like really full and it gets get really busy, and it's like I can't move. Like I felt, it feels if like I felt kind of claustrophobic if it was like that full, but um, this time around it wasn't. So it was like pretty nice and chill and all that stuff, and just it was just nice to just get out of the house, have a leisure time. And I think like I'm hoping other places would do the same, whether it's a casino or whether it's not. Like I know there's like a couple things that are slowly reopening now, but like I'm hoping like everyone else could follow this sort of like protocol of like maintaining like safety, sanitization, all that stuff, because I'm pretty sure like any place can reopen. Obviously, if you're just able to meet those guidelines, then they were able to. So, um, like I feel like I kind of have that glimpse of like what to expect in like the next coming months or next coming year in terms of like getting back into the leisure side of things, or at least in that part of leisure side. I don't know. It could definitely be different for other leisure like travel, like full travel, like air travel and all that stuff. Going to an amusement park or a resort like that, but um, what I've experienced, it was pretty safe for me and for my family. So hope to expect more of that, really. Um, and hopefully that will also allow us to like travel more, because it's like um, I think I did explain this a couple weeks back at Trek Talk where my me and my parents are itching to travel, like we are. Um, and what I've been hearing is that um, for like if I don't, now that I think about it, Dragon, question.
Oh, hi, yeah.
I I don't think I have talked about. No, I don't know. Did I remember talking about the interview during my interview for a job during Truck and Talk, or was that on like Genshin stream?
You're I don't know.
I guess and I don't remember if I talked it during Saturday with Brianna. I can't remember at all. Um, but like just a little aside. I had an interview last Friday for a potential job position for an IT position at a school. I think I did. This is starting to come back up now. Hello, Wheel. Um, but it's like if I get that position, which I haven't got a response yet, so hopefully in the next stream I will hopefully get a response of if I got the job or not. But it's to be said that if I don't get the job, my parents and I may plan on traveling in the next coming months, and especially with how California is trying to distribute vaccines right now, there's a possibility I could get it soon. Hopefully before travel. We'll see. Like, knock on wood. My parents and I are trying our best to see if I can actually get one, because it says I'm technically eligible in some ways. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah. So that will be, um, if it plays out specifically like that, there's a possibility we may travel towards the May June era. Towards May and June of this year, and that would just be long road trip. I think I talked before. Just long road trip going up Nevada, like all up around the rest of the United States. Basically, the places that we haven't gone to yet during our 2014 travel across the U.S. So that may happen. I mean, unless if I did get the job, then obviously that would be pushed back till whenever I have the time. But if I don't get the job, which I still hope I do, because it'd be nice to get back to work, honestly. Um, that is that could be the plan, really. And knowing what we've seen, um, like how like knowing that we've been having the itch for travel, and this was just like the basically the stepping stone to start it off. There could be a possibility. I just hope that like other places across the United States or even across the world, really, like this, like a speaking out to everywhere else around the world, like you'll like promote sanitization, social distancing guidelines, and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure we could still have a fun time throughout this, and hopefully by then, in due time, we'll have everyone vaccinated for that, so where we can have I'd still say it's still gonna be a new normal no matter what. I highly doubt we'll ever go back to something pre-COVID. Like like I'm pretty sure like there's some people that will still advise to like stay socially distanced for those who like are sick. I mean, I think that's pretty much common sense, really. But like just being socially distant to someone you don't know, um, sanitizing yourself as much as you can, especially when you touch like other things and whatnot, um, and all that. Like we could definitely pull through and could definitely experience everything we still want to experience ever since lockdown. So yeah, um, that's I want to say that's been pretty much my like main highlight for this whole week in terms of like just doing things and how my birthday was spent. Just reliving something that my parents and I wanted to do. Wanted to do again ever since lockdown, because it's like no lie, I'd be lying actually if I said my parents, especially my mom. I could tell my mom has very um, does not have withdrawals in terms for gambling or playing the slot machines. So like I could definitely see that she's been itching to go back, and she definitely got that itch somewhat mostly taken care of. We'll see,
That's good.
we'll see in the near future if they want to go more. We'll see, because it's like yeah,
But did you have a good time?
I did. Like it, it was definitely nice to just get out. Really, it was nice to just be finally outside. That is not again. Be finally outside. That's not work or your parents. Even though I did hang out with my parents while at the casino, it felt nice to just not be around here for a couple nights. Just to like it really. I would be lying that if this words.
Take a deep breath, slow down, it's okay.
um, I don't know if this makes sense. Like I'd be lying if this trip didn't uh, um, drive up my interest for travel again. Like even
Hmm.
if it's just a casino, it's like, whoo, just going out and it's just like, oh man, that's like it was it was it was fun just going. It was fun going there. It was fun, doing it again, even though I lost money. But we're all there just to have fun, and I definitely had a fun time. Definitely. Um, and would I want to do it
So,
again? Sure. Probably not anytime soon. Give myself a couple time to at least like make like save money and like do that. But if I have spare money again lying around, maybe sure, why not?
mhm. Also, I apologize for truck noises. My window is open, y'all, and I'm too lazy to climb on my bed to close it.
What do you mean? I'm driving. I'm driving a truck.
Ah, it
No.
just matches the game. There you
It
go.
really does. It's like no lie, I could not hear it, so I think we're fine.
Okay,
I
cool.
think
I just like heard like something revving out there, and I'm like, please no.
oh really? Yeah, look, honestly, I like well where you're at now. I did not hear a truck at all.
Hey, benefits.
Right? Rest of my week just been just like is the one like downside of like doing this whole trip. Oops, speeding. Oopsies. Um, of doing this whole trip was just a bunch of laundry that we had coming around. And my dad was like complaining. He's like, "Why is there so much laundry?" Yeah, we were out 2 nights, Dad. Of course there'd be laundry. And it's like you got like honestly we took it like really safe. We just brought extra set of clothes just to like kind of like attempt to not rewear things as best as we can. Um, because
Well,
it's
yeah.
Like, sure, like you may reek of smoking like that, but you also just want to be safe. So we just brought an extra pair of clothes, like extra pairs of clothes, just to like wear a new thing, even though it's like the same day, just to be safe. Um, though I did regret not bringing a thicker jacket because I didn't expect on the day we were going to leave to be freezing.
Oh.
It cold. I thought it was gonna be like somewhat like cool, like 50 degrees around like 10 centigrade or so, like that. Nah, it hit freezing, and then we're like going out to checking out of the hotel. And it's like, huh, it's cold. It's really really cold. And thank God for mask wearing to be a thing, because that kept my mouth warm. Didn't keep anything else warm though. Um,
Fair.
yeah, and then we're just did like a whole bunch of like just laundry just the past day or so. Trying to like recuperate everything, trying to like get back to like a little slow normal for the time being, and then see where life takes us and all that stuff. Where am I going? Oh my god, this wheel is making me turn to other lanes, I swear. Or that's just me being a crap driver right now. Um, and just like I'm just trying to like recover myself because man, even staying 2 nights out of town, no lie, it felt like I stayed there for a week. It really did. So it's like
Yeah.
for some odd reason when coming back home, I could not get my grounds to do anything for like a day. I was just like, huh, what's going on?
Totally get that.
It didn't feel, it wasn't long, but it felt like nice and long, and like I would I pretty much I think I got too comfortable for the break, especially when I got back home. I was like, I just want to keep taking a break. Wait, as of today, I was like, I need to be productive. I need to attempt to be productive, and I did a couple things. It's just I still haven't got out of that break mentality yet. Hopefully soon, like hopefully real soon, so I can at least get back up to speed and doing things, doing videos, applying for jobs, and all that fun stuff.
To be fair, y'all, I was not his PA this week, so.
He wasn't. He wasn't. Wow, she wasn't.
Wow.
Um, don't know how that came out of my mouth. Um, by basically, it's yeah. It was just didn't
I
really
could have
plan out
poked him
anything.
to be like, do these things. I was like, no, man, I'm too busy to do the PA shit this week.
I think it was like a great time to just like give yourself your time because obviously you did a lot of things too. Definitely did a lot of things the past couple of days, if not the whole week really. Technically, it'd be the whole week starting tomorrow. Um,
Yep.
which is crazy to say. It really it doesn't feel like it does definitely feel like it's been more than a week,
Oh yeah, God yeah. Then
which
also
is
with how busy I've been, it feels like it's only been 2 days too. Like it's a weird like timey wimey. I'm in a new place and time change happened and I'm
uh-huh.
confused about everything.
Oh. All
Yeah, hence
right,
why I
time
got up early this
change.
morning on my day off to do like podcast shit.
Hey. Oh my god, I forgot about time change too. That kind of, you know what? It's weird to say this for myself. Um, I think the time change kind of ruined me, especially
Fair.
since it landed on my birthday, which means I celebrated 23 hours of my birthday. But that's really beside the point, honestly. Um, but like going through every subsequent day, I could not figure out the time of day.
Mhm.
Like I knew like what day it was. I just didn't know what time it was. I'm just like, it's early, it's late. Look, because I'm used to like looking at the sky to see what time it is, rather than have I have a watch and everything like that. And I could see the time clearly, but I still like to perceive time just by looking up. And I could not for the life of me for the past couple of days figure out what time of day it was. That
Mhm.
might be why I'm like probably a little bit off this week, honestly.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the past few time changes, whether it's an hour ahead, hour behind, I'm able to, pick it up pretty easily. This time around, what? It does not know anything. Does not know a sense of time anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty. Yeah. It was. It's been. quite a crazy week, but in a good way, I'd say. I'll say.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much how it's gonna be for me. That's pretty much it for me for this week. All I know in the next coming weeks is my parents' second vaccination. So my mom's having her second vaccination on actually next Wednesday, and then my dad will have it in the following Tuesday, and then hopefully
Yes.
we'll see, because I'm hearing more and more of the the funny things of the second vaccination, like just getting that funny
Mhm.
feeling, getting that weird sickly feeling that you think you're getting sick, sort of deal with the second
Uh,
one compared to the first one.
yeah, they basically, for like about 24 to 48 hours, like your
Mm-hmm.
mom and dad might feel like flu-like symptoms completely, but then it'll slowly fade.
Right, and then
Uh, yeah, I've
hopefully
been
they'll be
reading more about them on Twitter too, because of course Americans are getting vaccinated faster than Canadians, so that's where I get all my info is from y'all down there.
by high.
And it sounds like the second dose is like a bitch, so.
Yeah, compared to the first one, that's what I've been hearing as well. So, I'll hopefully have updates for you guys on that one, especially for my mom at least for next week, and my dad in the on the second on 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, oh my
Um,
god, that's hilarious.
and then
Sorry.
hopefully I can get vaccinated soon as well. So, ooh,
That is so cute. Sorry, you know those hot chocolate bombs you can get?
like bath bombs,
No, hot
or
chocolate bombs.
never heard of them.
Okay, so they're basically these like little like chocolate balls that are filled with like hot cocoa powder and like marshmallows and things inside of it.
Whoa,
And you
what?
drop it into like hot milk or hot water basically, and then it just kind of
Ooh,
melts and poofs into hot chocolate.
ooh,
So I'm watching a Pokeball shaped one drop into some hot milk,
ah,
and when it melts, it pops out two Jigglypuff marshmallows, and I've never been
oh.
more happier in my life.
Oh, I, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen it actually, and I was like, I think
Mm,
I
so
remember.
good.
I think I remember watching that. It's like, what the heck is this? And then suddenly, whoa, Jigglypuffs. Oh, that's cute.
I know. Um, I love the hot chocolate bomb idea. It's so cool. I don't know why this past year they've been like a huge fad. At least up here.
Mm-hmm.
My dad makes them and sells them.
Aha. Oh, now I could finally picture what your dad actually makes. Oops.
Hmm.
Because it's like I never heard it like in terms of that. Then again, I've like never seen it until that video. Really, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
Sorry, I'm yawning like crazy because it's been a fucking week. Um,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, okay. Right. I gotta get off Twitter. I'm distracted by videos. Bye.
But Twitter's good, amazing, good, amazing to be like that. I don't know where I'm going. I probably would have exploded my truck doing that.
Oh my god, what is up with you tonight?
I don't know.
Like, play the game.
I am, but it's like my feet and my head and everything is just like, what the fuck? I don't know. I still been
Damn.
meaning to get this truck gone, so maybe I'm destroying it for reasons. I don't know. Probably.
Oh wow.
We. Um. Yeah, it's been my week. Been. Is it weird to say that it doesn't feel like it's been half of March already? More than half of March already?
Mm, I don't know how I feel about March anymore.
Oh no. I don't know either. Actually, that you mention it. I mean, I'm glad it was my birthday. I'm glad my birthday rolled around. I'm glad I had a fun time in personal level. But it's like March has been always just a weird month for whatever reason.
Just for the past like year, March is just like the start of it all, and like the realization of how long it's been, and then it's like,
Right.
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird feeling, and I'm pretty sure it's a weird feeling for everyone. Definitely, it's just and it kind of sucks that everything it landed just around my birthday. I mean, I don't think it really landed on my birthday per se, but just landing around my birthday, it always feels weird because it's like, yeah, I get to celebrate my birthday, but also, well, damn, sort of deal.
Yeah. And see,
Cause
for me, I've been dealing with it longer.
right,
My anniversary for this whole COVID shit in the UK was like the end of January, beginning of February. So
right,
it's just that like everyone is doing that whole like a year with COVID like threads and shit on Twitter, and I'm like, I can't read these because I will fall apart.
oh,
Especially because it's coming up to my 1 year since I've moved back
right,
in like
right.
4 days from now, and I'm not like even okay with that realization.
Just
So
having that realization is just yeah. No, it's something. It's news to many, traumatic to some. You know, the whole deal. And it's just like coming around again. Just like ooh, memories.
yep, some days it makes you want to throw shit at a wall. Other days it makes you want to like crawl into bed and watch like 8 hours of Grace. That's how it is, for me at
Dang.
least.
Oh.
And other days it's like, no, be productive and ignore the world without realizing how close the 22nd is coming up for me.
Right. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um.
suppose I should get this fucking ready. Sorry, I haven't even. God, I've been so busy today. I haven't even practiced my speech yet, and I'm panicking because, like, I don't think this is
Oh.
gonna get memorized. I
Oh
gotta try
no.
harder.
Oh, but you know, I've been hearing a lot of things actually about like how the whole speech thing and whatnot. Whole speech thing and whatnot. Okay, Daryl. Um, but
Yeah,
no,
it's
about your
just a
speech
speech
competition.
thing, guys. That's all.
Tis just a speech thing. Tis. I was gonna say it in such a stupid way. I have to. Tis. Oh, I can't do it now. I'm laughing too much in my head.
Yep.
Tis just a speech thing. There we go.
Oh my god.
I had to. That's where my mind went. I'm just like, it's so cringy, but I have to now.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, speaking of speech thing, I guess we could start there, although this will not be a linear chronological update about my life because
Don't blame you.
there is no such thing right now. Time is a construct. um, but
Honestly.
yeah, speech thing. I found out what like a week ago or so
Mm-hmm.
that it was actually the first two people from the club contest gets to advance to the area contest. And
Ooh.
I was literally thinking like, cool, done with that speech. Don't need to worry about it. Just
Right.
take it away from my mind. Fuck it. But then, yeah, the chief judge, so Cornelius from my club,
Uh huh.
he commented on my photo on Facebook like, "Congratulations, Violet! I can't wait to hear you speak again on the 20th." And I was like, "What?"
What? Like, because I think you did tell on the stream, and obviously to me, but on the stream that it was like whoever wins the contest speech, where or at least gets first place, because obviously there's more than one person, um, will
Mhm.
get a chance to speak at the area contest.
Yeah, but I found out it was two because our club technically qualified to send two people to the area contest
Oh my
because
god.
the other clubs in our area didn't have enough participants or contestants as well. So it's kind of a
Oh.
balance of both, kind of like
Uh huh.
qualifications wise and a number of participants.
Right. And you guys have a big
So
group too for your Toastmasters, right?
we are at 19 members officially now that we finally convinced our guest Mike to join us. Finally. Um, So yeah, we're at 19 members now, and to put our club into higher standing, we need 20. So we're getting
Ooh.
very close to that. So I need to figure out more people to bring.
Oh.
um, but yes, so like we have a big group, but only three of us wanted to do it. Actually, two of us wanted to do it. The third one kind of got forced into it.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, poor Annie. this is what happens when you have like Marg who organizes everything, plus your partner Cornelius, who's the chief judge in the contest, like throwing you into things. It's just like, okay,
That's how
okay, I'll
it
try it.
happened. Oh.
Yeah, and now she's gonna be the Toastmaster of the area contest on Saturday. So
Oh, hype for her. Oh crap.
I know, I can't wait. She's so cute. But yeah, so it was us three only in the club that were interested in. So they're like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I guess we have to bring in a second club and do like a two contest kind of thing at once. So
Right.
we did that, and I placed second, which was exciting. And yeah, I
Congrats.
literally was like, cool, I'm not moving on. And then yeah, basically what I just said. Cornelius was like, haha, you know, you're actually moving on. So I was like, fuck, I move in like 3 days, and then I have all of just like 1 week to kind of fucking revise it and memorize it. While moving and unpacking and getting used to a new life and ah.
Thinking like unwind, but then hearing that news, I'm like, wait, what? Oh shit! And I
There's
think,
no such thing as unwinding, yeah.
oh,
Um, but yeah, it was super good though. So I finally sat down and worked on this like this week
mm-hmm.
between so much other stuff. But now I've got it revised and fully written. I just need to memorize it.
Ooh,
And I haven't gotten any feedback from it because I love Austin. He's the one that moved on with me.
right.
But he never emailed me back to like do practice stuff this week at all until today and wants me to do it tomorrow at 7 p.m. But I work 8 hours, I
Oh
commute
boy.
back, I have dinner, and then I teach a lesson from 6 to 7:15.
Oh boy.
So I told him, look, I'm a mess right now. I don't think I can do this. I will be practicing, don't worry, on my own and like getting it memorized and blah, blah, blah. But I have a jam packed day and I'm sorry that you never got back to me sooner.
Right.
So I will be reading it out to this derp and you guys, I guess, in the stream. Maybe now or eventually, we'll see. But just to
Yeah, it's
finally have
totally
like another person hear it and listen
right.
to it. So.
Ooh, can't
And
wait.
what's really cool about this is that it's a bit of the old speech combined with a lot of new elements because I think it flows better.
Ooh. Oh, which, by the way, if you guys and old speech, you're talking about the one you uploaded on your channel just recently, right?
On your birthday, yeah. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, by the way. That was my gift to you.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. Thank you. So for those who wants to give it a listen, I guess in the background, hopefully before you guys listen to this one, or if you're watching on the VOD, watch her speech first before listening to the rest of this I guess podcast, this stream,
Pause the video now before you hear the speech.
right? Definitely go to her channel, follow her YouTube if you haven't already, and go watch her speech, cause
I am 4 people away from 30 subs.
ooh, right, and you want to hit that at the end of the month, don't you? That's
I
what I'm
have
hearing.
12 days to get 4 more people to like me.
Oh, hype! So if you haven't subbed to her, please do. Why haven't you? Do it already. Just do it.
Ah, um, yes. So, are you ready for this?
Yeah. Are you
I
you're
need
just
some
gonna
water.
read it straight out? You don't need any like help with timing or anything like that at the moment.
Um, no.
Just want to at least
I
try to
mean,
get it memorized first.
you're driving, so I don't want to like bug you. But last time I did it, I got it up to like 6 minutes. So
Ah, okay. So you're like smack dab in the middle of your target. Which, for those who wants to know, her target for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes, right?
yes,
Okay. That's pretty smack
yes,
dab in the middle.
yeah. And I think the last time I did it was 6 minutes, 18 seconds, and whatever.
That's not so bad.
So,
Unless that gives you some leeway. So
yeah, for like extra pauses or emphasis or whatever the hell. Anyway, you guys should have heard me yesterday when I was messaging my friend Braun. Instead of saying, "Hey, good morning, good luck at work," because he started a new job this week,
ooh.
I instead of doing something like that, I'm like, "Hey, good whatever, have a good day." And he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't know if
uh,
it's morning or night. It's dark out."
Time change happened, and I don't know what time of day it is anymore.
Yeah, it was a good time. Anyway, ready?
Yeah. I'm gonna mute myself so you can at least have the whole floor.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. Stand up. No, 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 not literally, but pause and think. Stand up. Two simple words that causes a response to be formed. Instinctually, many of you wanted to physically get up simply at hearing the spoken command. Others shrunk down in their seats, not wanting to be noticed, seen, or called upon. Two simple words that mean so much depending on the context. A command, a response of fear, but it is also a call to action. When we hear the word stand up, the first two responses are what we immediately react with. But what about the third? We often hear teachers, parents, employers, many people say that we need to stand up. But what does this mean exactly? Well, we can stand up in a variety of ways for others, for the injustices in the world, and for ourselves. We stand up when others are being treated wrong. We stand up when we do not like what we see or are experiencing. And we also stand up when we ourselves are not being heard, seen, or understood. These are all very important to begin to understand, know, and realize what kind of person we are or want to be. I had a social studies teacher in grade school who very much enjoyed going on tangents, much like what I'm doing right now. One day, she was going on about a small town in Russia and how about these people were arguing how they would deal with the threat of communism. I do not remember exactly the story she told or how we even got onto this topic, as we were studying France at the time. However, what snapped me back into focus was her parting words at the end of the class. Sometimes it's not enough to stand up for what is right, but you can always stand up for what is right for you. Stand up for what is right for you. Isn't that the most fundamental way to live your life? There is no pressure in that statement. You do not owe anyone anything in that phrase. It also does not exhaust you to be aware and present of all that is wrong in the world for every single person. Stand up for what is right for you. A phrase that implies that you are allowed to take up space in this world as you are alive, and it's your right to be alive. There are too many times in our lives where we run into those who think they know better than us, that seem bigger than us, and those that put us into situations not worthy of us. I know I have and continue to be put into these experiences. Growing up, I often played the role of protector in my family. I would shield my siblings away from the harsh judgments and opinions being expressed about us. I never could speak up for us or even defend myself against the claims being made. Instead, I let it happen, internalized it, and struggle still at times with what has been said over the years. Being given the opportunity to move to London, England was incredibly exciting. I would have been teaching English full time at a school for 2 years. Amazing start to a career. At least that was what was promised. My role constantly changed, more so at my second school than the first. I taught English, French, religious studies, photography, and became the study room supervisor on top of all of that. Despite being understandably frustrated and upset, I didn't, again, stand up. It is time to stand up against these things. You and I are worth much more in this life than what life gives and throws at us constantly. Life, the universe, and people tend to knock us down more often than not. Instead of keeping ourselves low, accepting what is happening to us, or continuing to allow these things to happen, it is time to stand up for what is right for us. Find what makes you, you, and never let anything stop you from being the you that you are. It's time to not only simply to stand up, but to stand up for what is right for you and for me. Back to you, Daryl.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the revised.
That is a revised one. Is it bad that like what really like I pointed out definitely was your social studies one example.
Yeah,
It's like I don't recall ever hearing that the last one, did I?
no,
That wasn't
no,
you
this is
one.
totally different structure because I wanted to really give a message this time and like
Uh-huh.
stand up for what is right for you.
Right.
That story just suddenly like snapped back into my brain and I was like, oh, I have to
Example.
use this. So yeah, because like from learning and watching a lot of things about delivering a message and a speech from other
Mm-hmm.
speakers and Toastmasters,
Mm-hmm.
a good message is 10 words or less.
Oh,
Stand
okay.
up for what stand up for what is right for you is exactly 8 words. And it's
Oh,
memorable.
okay.
And I'm hoping the way that I really I don't know, I like the way this one turned out.
I really like it. I felt really moved, no lie, because I
Really?
remember for those for I'm hoping you guys already have given a listen. Like you hopefully you have. Um, Compared to what you had before, I think you now have a really strong flow in terms of what
Mhm.
you're talking about, because it's like you're giving like amazing experiences as your examples, which like really tells a story rather than like explaining like everything like that.
Yeah.
You really told a story amongst your three experiences, whether it be
And I
positive, whether
have
it be negative.
humor, and I have humor in there a little bit,
You
which is what
did.
I really wanted to sneak in there at points because,
No lie, that
yeah,
gave me a chuckle.
good. I couldn't watch your reactions because I was reading from my page, of
Right.
course, but I was like, when I got to like, who very much enjoyed going on tangents, much like I'm doing right now, I was really hoping that you were like, hee hee hee.
I heard that part, and then the communists in France. That kind of got me. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, she was a strange one. That I had my high school social teacher, holy crap. But yeah,
But no, that really, I feel like you've hit it down in terms of like pulling people in and keeping them engaged in your whole speech.
hmm
Um, like like knowing
just
that there's like a flow now. Like I see the flow. That's a really good flow.
yeah, yeah, and I think like bringing in humor into it helps with engagement as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're kind of like, let's take a moment to have this funny shit, but then I could tie it right back to like standing up.
Right.
And then that's when I really got to bring up the message.
Mm-hmm. You're
hmm
really you're really giving out the rather like rather than speaking like you're speaking with emotion throughout the whole speech, definitely, and could definitely
Yeah.
tell with the experiences, the examples you provide, and all that stuff. Wow, I sound like a teacher all of a sudden, but um, no, I'd say that was a pretty moving speech. Like you really, I'm pretty sure you really honed that one down, this one down, for sure.
Oh yeah. This one was hard because like every time I thought I was done writing and practiced it, it was
Mm-hmm.
like 4 minutes and 30 seconds, 4 minutes and like 58 seconds. And I was like, come on, really? And how I extended it was actually going into details of those two personal experiences, like
Mm-hmm.
family and teaching.
Right.
Those two really helped push it further into what I wanted to do with it.
Right.
Plus, those two experiences were from my old speech. So I figured, hey, if I bring those in, that won't be a whole lot of memorization to do. um,
Oh,
but
I
also
bet.
like I figured it would help with the impact of it all too.
Definitely, I definitely see that impact in it. Um, they're solid examples. They're. I mean, it's what you've experienced. It's hard facts because you experienced it. It is what happened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you explained it in this whole series of Dragon Talk. So again, for you guys want to know, tune into the last couple class, not last couple. Tune into the ones in 2018, 2019. There's some there,
Mm. Oh yeah,
and the 2020 year in review, because that gives like a whole
yeah,
hindsight of things of the experiences she's experienced and all that stuff. So
yeah.
I think you got something
And
here.
like, what's cool about this speech is that it's super motivating for myself too,
Mm-hmm.
because as it says there, it's like it's time for me to start standing up, and I completely agree now because one way that I did that recently is to say, yes, I'm moving in with my sister and getting away from family
Ooh,
because
yeah.
I love them. I love them to fucking death, but
Right.
I need some independence. I need to be able to really cook more, maybe learn how to bake with my sister. I want to try all these new things that I just didn't have the space for back
Mm-hmm.
in the apartment. So one way I did that, I was like, yes, Talia, move in, and sure, the rent is higher than what I would like to pay per se, but I think I need to put myself first. So this is like a speech that I wrote. What this is like contest speech I wrote like a month and a half ago ish, like back in
Right.
February, is now like something that I'm like taking the steps to actually do in my life, which is like so crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think I might have thought like a new video idea for you. Just I'm like, hopefully we'll save that. Hopefully I remember that.
No, you got to tell it now.
I'm gonna tell it now. That's true. Um, Cause it'd be cool. Like, if not, this could be definitely a Dragon's Den podcast, like a special podcast episode of like later down the line, but probably in the end of the year, right? Like end of 2021, of you just re-delivering the speech you just did, right? Um,
Mm.
Assuming you may or may not upload your revised speech sometime soon, but you re-deliver your speech again, and then talk about everything you've done that made you stand up. Because I feel like that
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could tell a really good story,
Oh yeah.
even for just being a speech contest.
Well, yeah, because like I didn't just do Toastmasters because I was bored. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I did it because I'm like, oh, I can build relationships and like learn how to talk to people and not be a shell of a human. Cool.
Right.
Um, and like now it's also relating to other things in my life that I've been wanting to work on for like ever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool that there's beginning to have these overlaps of like skills I'm developing. Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's neat.
Because it's like it'd be cool to like now again, as you said, like you told your mom that you're going to move. Not even wanted to move. You're going to move.
That is true. I never even told my therapist that. I mean,
Oh boy, but no, like you're standing up saying that like you're going to move. Like it's like you're not asking for permission. You're not doing
I
anything. You're
think
standing up for
the
yourself.
exact, I think the exact thing I said. I'm like, so Tabby and I decided that I'm moving and I'm moving in with her at her place, and that's happening on March 12th. Like, I didn't even tell her like it's kind of happening or it's in the
Mm-hmm.
works. As soon as my sister and I had like a date planned, I was like, Mom, this is happening.
Right. I don't need your permission or any. I don't need your permission for to say that I move or anything like that. I'm going to move. This is the date. Let's get prepared.
Mhm. Yeah, which is rare for me because normally I start conversations with my mom like, "Hey, so there's a thing that I'm thinking of."
Right.
It's very like iffy-ish, but I was like, "Hey, so Tabby and I have done this, and here's the date, and this is what's happening, and we'll make arrangements and plans." And she didn't handle it like super well because she's trying to control the whole situation. But I was like,
Of
"No, we
course.
got plans.
Right.
This is what's happening. Go away."
This is what happened. I am gonna move out. You can't stop me. Sorry, you know.
Pretty much. And then she
Yeah.
tried to guilt trip me the whole time. But anyway.
Of course, as one parent would do. Be like,
Yeah,
oh, but
like,
I want my kid to stay with me. You don't need to
yeah.
spend money or do anything like that. Or I don't know how she did it. I don't know if you want to share it
No,
either.
she was more of like, we are going to miss you, have miss having you here, of course, and like, I know Liam will miss you too, and kept bringing in my little brother, which is always the heart like wrench, like,
All right.
stop. It's not like I'm leaving the country.
It's not like
Joke.
it's. Oh
Um,
shit. Right. Um. And like furthermore, it's like you're not really that far from them anyways to begin with.
I'm a,
So
I'm literally a 20-minute drive and less than an hour bus ride. So
they have no say. I'm saying that you're
plus, I
that
still work at the grocery store, like right where they live. So like they see me. So
right. That's like you can meet with me. I just need my time, my place, my space. That's a sign.
exactly.
That's a tree.
Yeah, that is a lot of things that just happened in like 10 seconds.
That sign flew. Holy shit.
um, yeah. So like, whew, the speech is not just coming out of like my brain and as fiction. It's coming out of like me
Right.
as me.
As you.
Hmm. Speaking
And
of my podcast, I have no idea how the like weird one-off episodes have been so far. I've just been like speaking out of my ass, literally for most.
hey, that's fine. Podcasts are also meant for rambling, right? So
Yeah, because like, what was the I did cooking and food one,
the cooking and food one, which
which I
was
think was interesting to me because I was like, oh, okay, how do I want to do this? Do I just talk about cooking in general? I'm like, no, no, no. There's got to be a structure to this. I'm in Toastmasters for a reason. Um,
there's
So yeah, I
some,
structured it from like the first time I began cooking, why I began cooking when I was so little,
which
to
I didn't
like,
expect. I heard that part of the story. I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of new to me." Like, well, kind of new
yeah,
because there's some things I do know, like you told me, but
hmm
like other things like that, it's like, oh wow, okay, I see the
yeah. And then
deal.
like there became like a huge gap in my cooking life because like free pizza, yo, because parents own pizza place, what up?
Right? Why do you
So
need
it
to
became
cook?
like constant pizza and breadsticks and wings and like chicken and yeah, anyway. So then there was that gap, and then finally when I moved to the UK was when I could really pick up that cooking skill again.
Mm-hmm. And that one I remember definitely the most because it's like you're living
Hmm.
alone. You can't survive on buying food every single day. I mean, like
Yeah,
buying
no.
takeout every single day. You'd be more than broke if that's the
Yeah,
case.
especially living in London.
Oh yeah.
um, but yeah, that was really good. So then that's how I structured it. It was from like the first instances of me cooking and the memories I have of cooking, like really simple dishes, of course,
Mm-hmm.
to like taking that gap between like things because working at fast food places, easy meals.
Right.
And then, yeah, moving to the UK and cooking independently to talking about the future challenges I want to like actually start looking into. And yeah, baking is one of them because I'm not a baker at all. And luckily my sister is, so
I was gonna say.
I've got my teacher. She's going to teach me. She already taught me how to make muffins already, so hee.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. And she's gonna help me with that. And then I want some more like different cuisines, and I want to expand my cuisines because so far it's a very like Italian, Mexican, Spanish
Right.
foods. And so I think I mentioned I want to go Mediterranean or Asian foods. So
Ooh. Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be a good way just to like really expand your horizons. Because I know you've
mhm.
tried those foods, but making it is a
Oh
completely
yeah,
different story.
and I have a wok now, so like I can
Oh,
really do
I.
that stir fry action. I got to use the wok today for like a Southwest quinoa bowl.
Ooh. Ooh. Sounds
The only
healthy.
reason the only reason why I used the wok instead of like a frying pan or like a skillet was because I made a whole pot of fucking quinoa, and I was like, that's a lot of quinoa to put in a frying pan. So I put in the wok.
Nailed it.
And it was really good. I used basically the seasonings for it was like taco seasoning, chili powder, smoked paprika,
Ooh.
cilantro, and lime juice
So
with a little bit of hot sauce because I felt like it needed more of a kick.
definitely. I could see the Southwest in it. 'Cause, 'cause it's like you're living alone. You can't you can't survive on buying food every single day. I mean, like buying takeout every single day. You'd be more than broke if that's the case. So definitely, definitely, I could see the Southwest in it.
Yeah. And so what's in it is the corn, black beans, tomatoes, green onion, and then for like the top of the bowl, because you can add toppings, of course, is
Mm-hmm.
salsa, guacamole, and cheddar.
Ooh,
Yeah,
hot damn.
really like it. I made taquitos.
Wait, like actually?
Yeah, I found like a really easy Weight Watchers recipe, like that matters, but basically it's super cool because it's just like whole wheat tortillas,
Right,
um, cooked like chicken strips basically, or
right.
like cooking like chicken breast, whatever you want to
Mm-hmm.
use. And then it's like low fat cream cheese and
Ooh,
hot sauce. That's
ooh,
it. And you just
really?
mix that all together and you put it on tortillas, you roll them all up, spray them with like oil, and bake them.
Ooh,
And you
okay.
sprinkle cheese on top because hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Man, I'm so used to like taquitos as like, as either what is it? What was I gonna say? Either from like a Mexican restaurant obviously,
Mm-hmm.
or even like a gas station or whatever.
I was gonna say like 7-Eleven anyone?
Yeah. Like hell yeah, basically. But like homemade, I think I may have tried it once. Like I think someone did bring taquitos once to a party, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously yeah, that's wildly different. But yeah, that sounds really good. Actually, sounds really good right now.
Yeah, I realized that I had a pretty like southwestern Mexican theme going on this week though, because I also made like a really basically I made pasta, but instead of using like regular pasta sauce or anything like that, you
Hmm.
use salsa.
Ooh,
And it had like corn, black beans, tomatoes, onions, like peppers, all of that right in there. And you cook the pasta with it all. And you throw in a bunch of salsa, chili powder. I love my chili powder. And taco seasoning. Yeah.
ooh, it's like it's like no lie. I'm gonna say this like without. I'm hoping this doesn't sound. It sounds like a real like a poor man's meal, but that sounds like a really good poor man's meal.
Well, like it's poor man's meal, but like made in a very healthy way, you know? Because,
Yeah,
like, yeah.
and it's like you got a whole load of flavors like compared to like a I don't know what is a more typical poor man's meal like I don't know mac and
Oh my
cheese or
God,
something
just
like
like
that.
pasta, like, yeah, mac and cheese or like pasta with just veggies and like butter, like for your like sauce instead of like
Right,
actual sauce.
right. Compared to that, but like it's like you hear pasta and salsa, it's like okay, I can kind of see it, but when you put them all together and then your chili pepper and what was the other thing?
Taco seasoning.
Taco seasoning. It's like a really it's like it sounds really like it makes it sound so much better. It really does.
Right. And then like the other meal I've got planned to make eventually, maybe on the weekend because I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So
Mm-hmm.
woohoo. Um, I will be making a creamy spinach dip pasta kind of thing without the artichokes
Ooh.
because I don't like artichokes.
To be fair, who does?
I mean, I only like it in like the spinach and artichoke dip because that's like it's like shredded and like diced up very small.
Even for
But
me, I can't
like,
have that. Like it's too much artichoke still.
oh wow, I remember because the way I found out that I didn't like artichokes on their own was like in California with you and
You're gonna
AJ.
remember that? I was like, that's the first thing I remember. It's like, she gonna bring this one up. It's just, yep. Because it was like one of the moments of like just you realizing that, ooh, why did we get this?
Yeah, then I was like, give me some of your guys' food, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, because it was like deep fried artichokes. I'm like, it's deep fried. Everything tastes good deep fried. No.
No, you still taste it,
Mm.
and it's
And
not
then
a
I
really.
tried and then Panago here, like a pizza place I used to work at.
Mm-hmm.
They have a spinach and artichoke dip pizza. So I was like, yo, fuck yeah, I would if there's enough flavor on there, I should be able to taste the artichokes. My life is a lie.
Oh,
I was like, I don't like this. I kept pouring like all my dip and sauce over like the pizza just to kind of get through it.
like, well, nope, 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 nope.
Yep. But yeah, so creamy spinach dip pasta is what I've got next. It's basically like a salad, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to making that. And then that is a lot of meals actually, because I think I have made Oh, so much shit. I also made egg bites again because those are my
Ooh.
infamous like for little mini frittatas. They're so good.
You're cute.
They are. And I have plans to make more like bigger breakfast things when I don't work because cooking at 4 a.m. seems like stupid.
And at least you have a kitchen to work with. That with like
I
less
do.
people.
Yeah. And yeah, so for my easy breakfasts, it's like yogurt and blueberries or
Mm-hmm.
oatmeal or yogurt or oatmeal or cereal. I got myself a box of cereals.
Ooh. Oh, I'm assuming your whole pantry is like different now compared to what you had last at your mom's place.
Well, yeah, because like I basically had to keep my stuff with their stuff. There wasn't like a separate shelf or anything like that
Right.
for me. Well, here we've got it all organized where like we have I want to call it a lazy Susan pantry, but I don't. I think you know what I mean, where it's like that little shelf, like where it rolls out and then you can spin around and get things on it.
Right.
Lazy Susan pantry. There you go. So we've got that kind of split off into threes for like the three of us here,
Uh huh.
and then the fridge is also split up too into like threes. The freezer doesn't matter because like I think I'm the one that uses it the most to be honest with all my meals. But
Aw.
yeah, so we've got like areas for everything, even for my mugs and my coffee, and like
Ooh, wow.
there's like spaces for everything that I have here, which is really nice.
Compared
And
to
yeah,
where you used to live with your mom, huh?
yeah, where I had to like search for shit because they would put it in the very back of the cupboard or like underneath somewhere, and I'm like, fuck. Or I had to keep it in my room,
Right, because
like straight up.
you don't want them to touch it.
Mhm. Don't take my fucking cans of beans. Anyway, so already this has been like a huge like lifestyle improvement,
Aw.
and also like going for drives with my sister is great, and chatting with her. Um, and her cat's silly. Her cat doesn't like me yet. I'm a very disruptive change in her life.
Oh no.
And I feel so bad because like when I get up early in the morning to commute to work,
Mm-hmm.
she wakes up, the cat wakes up, and then she likes to meow and yell at me because I disturbed her. And then she'll go and yell at my sister and like meow, meow. And I'm like, baby, stop.
What a bratty
Don't,
child.
don't. Otherwise, like she'll spend if I'm in like my sister's room chatting with her, she'll just glare at me like, go away. You're disrupting my sleep and my cuddle time. Go away.
And my owner.
So yeah, but then I'm like, I'm annoying, and I'll just go up to her, like, it's okay, baby, I loves you. I'm going to give you lots of pets and loves, and you'll warm up to me. And like, I can just feel the radiating hate from that cat right now. But so the cat's not adjusting well, but that's okay.
Eventually, the cat will. Here, do you know if it's he or she?
It's a she. Her name is
She.
Baby, and she's old.
Aw. Aw.
Yeah, she's cute. But yeah, she yells at me all the time.
Naggy woman. I'm kidding.
Yeah, naggy old lady. But yeah, speaking of work and commuting, so I've been commuting to work, and it's not bad. I feel like some days it's bad, like when I wake up at 3:30 in the morning so I could teach a class at 4:30 and then go to
Mm-hmm.
work at 5:30. Then that's kind of like a rough day. But for the most part though, the commute actually wakes me up before I
Oh.
get to work. So I'm actually like when I get to work, I have energy, I'm wide awake, and I think it's because of the cold air and like listening to my music on blast.
Mm-hmm.
It just puts you in a really good mood. So like I have a longer commute. It's about 48 minutes, sometimes 54, depending on how things go.
Right.
Um, so not a long commute. The longest part of the commute is the walk to the station because it's about a 20-minute walk from me and my tiny little stubby fat legs. Uh,
Aw.
I can do it in 18 if I try hard, but I don't like trying hard.
That's trying hard though.
And I have to walk at 5:30 in the morning. You want me to try hard at 5:30? uh,
That's effort.
and then yeah, so that's the 20-minute walk to the station, and then a 12-minute walk from the bus stop to work. So that's the longest part of the commute.
Dang.
Because the
Really?
bus ride is short and the
Right.
train ride is hella short.
Isn't it like one stop and then suddenly end the
Yeah,
line?
pretty much, yeah. So one stop, and then the bus is is I think 10 stops away from where I get off at.
Uh
So
huh.
like it's super short.
That's not so bad. And
No, I lied. 17 stops. Sorry, the new route will be 10 stops. The current
and then
route right now
hopefully it would
is
be,
17.
and then hopefully be closer to where you get off compared to
Oh,
where
it's
it
gonna
is
be
now.
way closer. They've updated the bus stop signs now, so I can see exactly where that 721 will stop.
Right.
And it goes like right at that Starbucks in the corner.
No
So
way! Oh shit! So suddenly it's like, all right, I'm gonna maybe get a drink and then go to work.
pretty much. So yeah, the commute actually isn't that bad. I've been really smart though because I know like I'll be walking a lot, so
Mm-hmm.
I will wear like a random t-shirt before my work shirt. So because I get to work like 20 minutes early.
Right.
That's the only way to do it, man, is I have to get there like that early, but it gives me time to go upstairs. Basically take off my t-shirt, sit down and cool off. And like put on deodorant, freshen up a little bit, put on my work shirt, do up my hair, and go.
And then start
So it
working.
actually kind of works out really nice if you think
Cool.
about it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, the commute home is annoying
Oh.
because depending on what time I get off at. So I got off early the other day, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that bus ride, that wait and the walk to the bus stop wasn't too bad. Like I managed to catch the bus with only like a 5 minute wait, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got off at 3:30, I have to wait till 4:05 for that fucking bus.
Oh jeez.
And I hated it.
So you
So
just want to
that's my
get
life
home.
tomorrow. Yeah. But at the same time, like you're going home, so you don't need to rush per se.
Right.
But tomorrow I have to kind of rush because I'm teaching at 6 p.m. And so I'll get home just before 5,
Right.
and I'll need that hour to kind of change, set up my room, set up my teaching stuff, and have supper and be good to go. So
Still a lot of things. I mean, like you could probably try and find something to do for the 30 minutes that between you get off and getting to the bus stop.
I
But
could go for Starbucks if I really wanted. I'm 1 point away from 150 and getting like a hot
free
thing. So,
drink or hot item, yeah.
woohoo! Yeah, I think it's like a hot breakfast item, bakery item, or like handcraft made drink or something like that I can get.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting the Starbucks reward system kind of got revamped. I have not like looked at the new, or I don't recall the new revamped system.
Well, I can open it up for you right now. If I swallow water wrong, because I suck at swallowing, and don't take that out of context.
Too late.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so 25 points is you can customize your drinks, add like a shot or whatever. Like you can add an espresso shot, dairy substitute, syrup, or more to like your drink. That's 25 stars.
Right.
50 stars, you get brewed hot coffee, a bakery item, or hot tea. So just
Ooh.
like regular plain coffee, tea, or bakery item.
Right.
150, the one that I'm trying for, is handcrafted drink, hot breakfast, or parfait.
Dang,
Then
that is
there's
a lot.
250. Yeah, 250 is lunch sandwich or protein box. And 400 stars is select merchandise or at home coffee.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that
I
sounds
also
familiar, but dang.
I also want to point out 400 stars equals $400 spent at Starbucks.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right.
So the fact that I'm near 150 tells you a lot. Um, Hi. The last few months, man, oh god, 2021 has been a very hectic, busy start of the year for me. So
Yeah. You're
you
just
need
make
your Starbucks.
you're just making me realize. I think I might have just lost my gold status at Starbucks for this year because I've always had carryover gold star status because of college.
Mm.
And my friends and I always once in a while go to Starbucks because yeah. But ever since pandemic, that definitely has slowed down, if not stopped. And actually, not only my friends, but also my parents, because we pre COVID, we used to go to Starbucks almost every other day after my mom's work or after I work, just to chill out, relax, get Wendy's, get Starbucks, have a nice
Oh
chill
yeah.
dinner.
I forgot that you guys used to do like the Wendy's Starbucks thing together, and I always thought
Yeah.
that was weird. Now, like, I'm back in Canada, I get it.
Especially if they're close by, it's just like, oh, you know what? It's just a quick dinner and chat outside, rather than being at home. It's like, just spend $20 or so on together both sides, and then suddenly boom, just have a chill time.
Yeah, I get it now, man. Cause like I can
Yeah.
get my poutine in Starbucks. Like fuck yes. Anyway,
Right?
um,
I know you guys have
yeah.
the
So,
poutine.
oh yeah, oh man, ugh, I found a place that finally beats all other poutines thanks to my sister last night.
Oh, hot damn.
Yeah, it's called Peter's. It's like a milkshake little store place, and they sell like little side items and hot dogs, burgers, and
Ooh.
basically like your basic American kind of foods. And
Right.
like milkshakes though are cool. You can get three flavors in one milkshake for the same price.
What?
Like up to three flavors. It's so rad. And then yeah, I got a poutine and it was huge. It's so filling and so good.
Ooh. And just like a normal poutine with the cheese curds and the gravy, that's it, right?
Yeah, nothing fancy about it, just the regular poutine.
Dude, sounds
Yeah, I was very happy.
delicious. Ooh.
Yeah. So that was cool. Discovering things, that's a good time. Also having a sister who likes to go out of the house and be like, "Do you want to come with me?" It's great because it's
Oh,
I will always come.
awesome.
Especially today, I had like so much I wanted to do today, so I
Uh-huh.
technically should have said no to going to Chapters Indigo, but like it's a bookstore.
I was about to say, isn't Chapters a bookstore? Isn't what you love going to a bookstore? At least pre-COVID, and if not now.
Yes. Yes, and plus my notebook for Toastmasters actually is pretty much full.
Hey, so that is
Like
an excuse to
completely
go.
full. So I'm like, I need a cheap notebook, and they always have the clearance section. So I was able to pick one up for like $12 instead of like 30 or whatever.
Hey,
So
look at that.
yeah, and I picked up myself a book because part of my journey to becoming a better human is to learn to find what's the book called? Maybe I'll just say the book title and that'll tell you all what I'm trying to work on. Um it is underneath. Ooh, my dice. Let's not drop all the dice on the floor, please. That would be very loud.
Dun, dun,
It's called
dun.
Find Your. It's the book, and it's called Find Your Fuck Yeah. And the whole premise is like stop censoring who you are and discover what you really want. So yeah, I bought that book because, as I've discovered in the last few months, I don't know what the fuck I want in my life. So I need to work on that.
Oh boy.
Plus, I'm always the one like in Discord calls or Skype calls or whatever that gets constantly interrupted or never heard. And it's
Right.
time to be like, don't censor yourself or sell yourself short. It's time to be like, hey, I was talking, let me have the floor. So yeah, I figured reading this book and doing little activities in it will be good.
Hey, where the fuck do I turn around? This truck.
So yeah. I mean, the only thing I didn't get done today was grabbing more stuff out of the garage to unpack, but that can fucking happen later, man. I'm so I have time to unpack, man. I ain't going nowhere.
Right. Also, don't
Yeah.
mind me that
Uh,
U-turn.
I mean, oh
Oop.
boy. Uh, but what else was I gonna say this week? Has been busy. Oh, he's on BRB. I guess I can keep rambling to you all. This week's been busy because I've been scheduling more of my classes and sections for OutSchool, the teaching platform I'm on, and slowly building that up again. Uh, Bookings have been slow until recently. I taught one student the other day, and he signed up for like three of the other classes I have,
Oh no.
which is not, oh no, it's really sweet. I just have to keep reminding myself to be patient because he is someone who gets so excited, wants to read ahead, and I have
Oh,
to
I
be
see.
like, "Oh, I'm so happy you're excited. It's amazing." But let's go back to the slide real quick because there's some important information. So I have to do like that kind of thing
Right.
with him. Um, yeah, so he signed up for my Building a D&D character class. That's the one that we just had. Then he signed up for the complex character class. So that's like what to do when your character levels up and the options available to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also signed up for role playing or combat in D&D as well, like learning how to do that in the game.
Ooh.
So he signed up for those 2 classes immediately after taking my first one, and then gave me a 5 out of 5 stars again, which means I'm on a hot streak with those things, man, guys. Oof.
Ooh, dang.
Uh,
Ch-
and he just
Children
calmed.
like you.
I know kids like me. And his mom was cute. Was like, he really, really loved your class, Violet. We can't wait to take more. And I was like, oh. So
Oh.
it feels good that that's picking up again. And I've got a new student starting on Monday morning. And I can't wait to meet. He's only 8, so that'll be cute and fun.
Oh.
And yeah, I've created all the coursework except for one class. I still need to do my resources for the becoming a dungeon master class. I haven't got any bookings
Ooh.
yet, so I've been like really lazy and putting that off. Like,
I was like, I don't need to make a lesson plan yet.
I don't need to do that yet. It's there. If I get a booking, then okay, I'll focus. But
Right.
uh, yeah, and I have plans. I want to start. I'm hoping this next coming week, between all the things happening, I work less hours next week, so I should be able to have time to do this. I want to figure out what class format on Outschool that I want to use to actually offer playing D&D, like
Ooh.
doing a campaign.
Whoa. Ooh, cool.
Yeah, because I've been prepping really hard to run a campaign for some friends of mine,
Mm-hmm.
but that group basically fell apart on me.
Oh.
And I was told it was my fault again, so that's just so good to hear,
Oh
right?
no.
Yeah, I texted you that I had a bad brain week.
Right.
That's that's
That's
why.
why. Oh no.
Plus also the time change stuff and blah blah blah. So
Right. A little bit of
yeah.
physical, a little bit of like people, and yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take all the hard work I've been putting into that campaign and translate it to the Outschool platform
Mm-hmm.
somehow, some way. I have ideas, but I need to sit down and actually just write it all out and then
Right.
post it. So, because I want to start that in April, like mid-April,
Mm-hmm.
so that way it has like a few weeks, almost a month maybe, for students to start enrolling into it, and hopefully I can get like 6 to 7 kids
Ooh,
regularly enrolled into that class so we can have a campaign.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just
So,
to give them a chance to like really get their feet wet from the
yeah,
get go, even
and
if it's just strangers.
hopefully exactly, and hopefully they will take my other classes to learn more about the game, and then I can be like, "Hey, I taught all 6 of you before. Really cool to have you guys here. Do you have your characters that we made? Are you ready? Any questions?
Right.
No, let's go." You walk into the lower district of like Upper Duke. I get to say Upper Duke a million times, and I'm very happy about it. But yeah,
Because they're
so
in a
there are
weird
plans to
hypothetical.
really. It's so funny when I joined Outschool. I had like visions of teaching a little bit of D&D as an introductory thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then doing like Spanish and English related topics in classes like debate and persuasion, creative writing, that kind of like
Right.
classes. But it's all become D&D. I'm a straight up D&D teacher at this point,
You
which
really
I
are.
have no qualms about at all.
Sounds like the life, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Because like it's really nice at the end of the class if I have time. I do a little like preaching a bit where I'm like, "Isn't D&D really cool? Like, can you see how it works like for your creativity and like your imagination, and how you need to practice speaking and acting?" And the kids are like, "Yeah," and they get so excited about it. And I'm like, "Yeah, this is a personal growth like activity for you to do."
Aww. It's like really,
So
it's like you're really combining, what is it? Speech, English, and
a little bit like history,
history. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
fantasy.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, like learning school, just in a, obviously a very fun way.
hmm Yeah, I'm working with the like game aspects of it and the fun parts of it,
Mm-hmm.
but also throwing in some intrinsic motivation in there a little bit as well for like themselves. It's people.
Eee, look at that. God, if that,
Yeah.
God, if that start become an actual like subject in school, that'd be something, right?
Oh man, gosh, as soon as I get like a teaching job again, the first club I'm freaking creating is a D&D club. and get that going. Oh,
Right.
because I have a good selling point. If I need to persuade like my principal, I'll be like, oh, look, I've been teaching on Outschool for this long, and I have all these D&D classes, and it helps makes my students grow through that program, so I can do it here in the school for you.
Right. That's like all you just need to do is find those students.
Oh man, that's what I like about my high schools here in the city. They're huge.
Uh huh.
Like, I think the old school that I did my first placement at has over 2,600 kids in it
Oh
now.
shit, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, so I have options, man.
And
I'm
there's
pretty
bound to
sure
be
I could find
someone.
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's gotta be kids that will be like, my dad used to play that. Be like, I know, right?
It's like
Um,
I've been
or
watching videos of people playing it because there will be those time. There will be like those people that says, "Yeah, I watch people play it on YouTube, and it's really interesting. I want to do it."
I had my first student that gave me that exact reason for taking one of my classes.
No way. That's pretty. That's actually pretty cool. Don't lie, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure you see it too, right? Because there's like a lot of
Oh yeah.
YouTube channels that are doing D&D as their content. So like
Yes.
probably some of them are just been gamers, you know, playing video games and whatnot, but they just want to do like a little side thing with a couple friends because who wouldn't, right?
Hmm.
And they just do record it, and then people start liking it, watch more of it, and then get them interested to actually do it.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and like I've written speeches about D&D, y'all, so you can tell how it really impacts my life and why
Oh
I
yeah,
really care about it,
I mean
and
you
why
have a
it
whole
hurts
podcast
when
miniseries. So.
I do. I have a like 4 episode series on D&D.
Right.
And then I bring it up again in my Toastmaster series because they were speeches on D&D, so that was thrown in there too. So yeah, D&D, man, my life.
D&D be
But
everywhere.
yeah, it's cool that I've evolved to this level though, where I play it, I'm teaching it, and I'm hoping to DM it. Although the group fell apart-ish. I don't know what's happening with it, but
Aw,
if you
don't
guys
worry.
want to play D&D with me on Monday nights at 6:30 p.m. or at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, hit me up because
Follow
we
her
need
on Twitter.
players now.
It's like, follow her on Twitter. Give her a DM. Please do.
Slide into those DMs and talk to me about that D&D. Not your D, but D&D.
Oh my god.
Whew, okay,
That was
I
something.
went there.
You went there, definitely.
Um, and it's really nice that VIP Kid. I know it's not like a very consistent teaching thing right now, but it's really nice
Mm-hmm.
that Jessie, she told me basically in this class that I had with her that she has like 3 favorite teachers right now, so she's going to be trying to book with all 3 of us kind of like sporadically.
Aww.
So I'm going to see her a bit more consistently, just not like every single week or every
Right,
day
right.
kind of thing, but maybe like once a month or something like that at least. And I'm very excited for that, to have her coming back.
Aww.
Yeah. And oh my
That's
gosh, she
cute.
has grown and learned so much.
Aww.
She can like read whole stories at this point without any error.
No
And if there is an
way.
error, it's for like super long words like augmentation or like saturation and like words like that that are absolutely difficult to understand as the
As I put it,
ESL.
$10 words.
Yeah. Um, she also, yeah, she's super good at math. Like fucking people who are good at math. I don't get you.
Hi. I could
It's too
respond to
logical for my brain.
that. Aww. Don't blame you, though. It
Yeah.
requires a lot of thinking,
Yeah.
reasoning.
Yeah. So things are chaotically busy. I don't know if you watched the podcast episode today, but I like to start off the podcast with like my life is insane and here
I
is
heard
how it
that
is
part.
insane. And then I go into like the life hacks of like how do I manage this crazy life of mine?
You did. You did. I was like, I remember like listening to it. It's like, wow, this is like so chaotically organized.
You just described me, my whole personality.
Chaotically organized. It's like a hot damn. Like I heard like that whole first part. It's like, yeah, Yeah. Oh shit, you're right. Oh damn.
Hmm.
I just like
Yeah.
heard that part and it's like, dang, I agree with that. Wait. My
And
wheels
I'm
were
trying to like also put myself out there in the dating world, although like, ugh, the guy and I have like such conflicting schedules. But I work later shifts next week,
Ooh.
so I'm hoping we can finally get together. Um,
Hey.
yeah, I work like two early morning shifts, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I work at
Mm-hmm.
like 1 p.m. and 12 p.m.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of
what?
weird, and they're all 5-hour shifts.
Right. Hmm.
But that just means I can open up more teaching things, and it's nice because I've got one, two, three, four students booked in classes throughout like this weekend and
Oh
next week.
damn.
Mhm.
So you got people. You know, like no matter like, as you put in your podcast and as you put it here on the stream, still definitely a busy woman even after moving and all that stuff.
Oh
Still be doing a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. And like this week has been so bad because I really wanted to say in the podcast today so badly, like I'm such a fucking hypocrite because this week I have not lived this entire life at all. But
Oh.
yeah, I've barely used my planner. I've barely
Oh.
touched it. I barely used it. I like wrote down things that I absolutely needed to remember, and like
Right.
that's it. Barely put down
No one needs.
anything that's important.
No one knows that, right? Right, guys. Right. Right.
I mean, if you look back in the other weeks, you'll see what I mean by how well I use this damn thing.
Just
But
not
yeah,
this
this
week.
week I was like,
A different story.
yeah, I was like, fuck, whatever. Yeah, okay, I'll work on my speech today. Sure. I'm just
I
kind of like
guess.
planning things as each day
Right.
kind of happens, which is funny. But yeah, chaotically busy, adjusting to life here,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds bad, but it's actually really nice. Just sometimes it's like, oh yeah, there's a person in the next room, and I don't have to like run by and like hide from that person like I did at
Right.
the apartment. I can just like wave and then like keep going because it's actually a person I do want to see.
Right.
And then like yeah, just sitting at the kitchen table too and like working on things or sitting on the couch and working on things, and it's so nice.
So
I
you
don't
really
have
have.
to be in my room all the time. I have
Right.
places I can go.
You're not restricted to just your room.
Yeah. So super nice, super awesome, super different.
Oh.
But it's all kind of good. And this week coming up, well, I guess big thing on the weekend, Saturday area contest.
Ooh, hype. I wish you all the
Uh,
best.
Thanks. I have no idea how many people move on from the area contest, but I'm hoping it's Austin and I that move on.
I do hope your both your guys' speech were amazing to listen to and when I attended your last meeting.
Yeah, club contest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's this weekend. I'm teaching a little bit too. We're gonna hang out, which
Oh,
is cool. It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks, but for me, it feels like it's been forever.
it really has.
And then, yeah, starting the next week, I teach early Monday morning. I say early, but it's not early for me. Uh, it's like 9 a.m., but like I get up usually by like 7 a.m. anyway.
Right.
So I teach Monday, have D&D on Monday, and then work Tuesday to Friday, literally Tuesday to Friday. And yeah, when teaching in between all that, basically. And I'm gonna start building up the stamina to ride my bike
Ooh.
because I went for bike ride earlier this week, and
Mm-hmm.
holy shit, I am so out of shape for that. I'm okay to walk, I'm okay to do all that kind of stuff, but like biking's a whole different thing. And I need to get some WD-40 for the brakes and like
Ooh.
chain because it's a little sticky and like hard to pedal.
Right. So you gotta get that thing
Which
lubed and loosened up.
Yes, thank you.
Don't know why that came out of my mouth like that, but it did.
Uh-huh. So I wanted to do that, so then that way I can maybe like bike to the station and then lock it
Ooh.
up there and then bike back kind of thing.
Will save you some
And
time.
then eventually, yeah, and then eventually maybe bike all the way to Central Park and leave it there, like slowly kind of build up that long distance biking again.
Mm-hmm. Have you done it before?
Because, no,
Oh.
last time I was on a bike was like the last time my sister and I lived together, like
Oh
11,
crap.
12 years ago.
Damn.
It's been a hot minute.
That has been a hot minute.
So when I say I'm out of shape for biking, y'all, yeah,
It's there.
yeah, uh,
It's true to the touch.
yeah. So, and yeah, the only thing that sucks about the commute, to go back on that topic, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
haha, hi, is that in the early morning, the stations are full of like people who are like homeless or maybe just are out
Oh.
to like get drugs because the one so like it's really nice because where my house is I can walk down the street and turn right, like stay
Mm-hmm.
right on that road and sidewalk and go to the one transit entrance that takes me above the road into the
Right.
station
Right.
because the train station's in the middle of the road, just for context. But when I get there, of course, I'm not used to walking for like that far and then early in the morning, so I like to take the elevator up.
Mm-hmm.
But from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the three early morning ones that I did that for, they're always teenagers or young adults like in the elevator smoking weed.
Ooh.
And like security does nothing until they realize that someone has come up that way, and then they'll go and kick them out after they realize I've been there.
And then they actually do it. That's kind of
Uh,
dumb,
problem
but
problematic. So now what I've been doing is actually crossing the road and the tracks and walking to the station that way,
mm-hmm.
which usually adds an extra like 1,000 steps if I have a Fitbit. So yeah, it adds a lot of extra steps there, but it means I don't have to worry about that and being like accosted and bugged and picked
Right.
on. So not the most safest station in the city, and but I usually carry hot coffee, so that's my defense mechanism.
Splash.
Exactly. Uh, and also with like, I don't want to bring up recent events, but recent events like that one girl like gets attacked on her way home,
Right.
like in
Oh,
the
hold on.
UK. Oh, dang it! I get the serious conversation, then he has to hold on. I got to on, hold on. I'm a little belchy now. Stupid water. How dare water, the hydrating thing,
Sorry, my
be
dad came in.
belchy. No worries. But yeah, I'm kind of very consciously aware that like I am a woman walking alone
Oh, right.
early in the morning. So like just all the recent events too, like even like the murders of women, and like everything like that, that really
Mm-hmm.
as a woman that does it hits hard because yeah, I've been many times in my life accosted and like picked on or like flirted on or hit on while walking somewhere in
Right.
London alone all the fucking time on the tube.
Right.
So it's kind of scary that like, oh, I get to do this, yay, I'm independent and like getting to work on my own. At the same time, like I have to be careful.
Right. Because it's
That's
like,
the world I live in.
you don't know
And
what
there,
people be
what's really
doing.
bad about it too is like there's a missing girl photo on the poles heading up to the station, and
Oh,
like
fun.
there's a lot of anxiety and fear with all that. But I've got my hot coffee, I've always got my phone ready to go, and I know what to do to protect myself.
Right. It's just, oh boy. It's a crazy thing.
Hmm.
Definitely just, what's going on has been pretty insane.
Yeah. What makes it
Crazy.
worse too is that we've had like a lot of attacks on Muslim women at this particular station in the
Oh
last like
boy.
year and a bit. Like I know I'm not a Muslim woman, but still like again, anytime you hear any attacks to like any woman because they were alone and like being judged, like yeah, it sucks.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, it's just everyone be safe out there. Honestly, like
Mm-hmm.
as much as it's great to like eventually get out when things get better like that, you still want to be as safe as you can. Be sure that
Mm-hmm.
you're aware of your surroundings and all that stuff. And the last thing you need to do is get into a whole wild wind of something.
Yep. Always have a backup plan,
Yeah, definitely,
especially
definitely.
if you're going out like drinking and dancing or partying, like when all these things are back to our realities. Like have a plan for how you're getting home and what will happen if that doesn't happen. You need to have, especially for us ladies out there, you gotta have plans because life is
Definitely.
scary.
Oh, definitely.
Having fun with your truck?
Yeah, I'm finally getting a new truck. I have to get a new truck. I hate the last truck so much. I have to get a
Hopefully,
new
this truck
one.
will be better.
I'm hoping to. These are some fat wheels, though. What am I doing? There we go. These are the same wheels? These are not the same wheels. Now they're the same wheels. Some.
I'm also starting a new book for book club.
Ooh? Ooh.
It's called A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towels. Yeah, but it's like towels, but like the L and the E are switched. So yes, and it's actually really interesting. It's much a different kind of story than what we've been reading before,
Mm-hmm.
because we've read like autobiographies and then like an autobiography book, then about police brutality in Canada, which that's a heavy topic now, ain't it? And now we're moving into this just really this like gentleman guy who's I think some sort of royalty or count, and he in Russia,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets basically instead of arrested, exiled, or jailed, or even hung or murdered
Oh.
for some kind of for like his poetry writings and things
Right.
like that because they're like considered treason. He instead is forced to live in one hotel in Moscow for the rest of his life. He's not allowed to step foot outside the hotel ever again.
Dang. Incoming.
Okay, man.
Okay.
So it's really interesting. It's literally just like his inner musings of like memories and moments from his like earlier life to like how it
Ooh.
crosses over to like his immediate like meetings and how he needs to settle a lot of business because again he can't leave, so
Right.
he has to send like notes to people and like live life in a different way. And he's just like an interesting dude. It's like just to like read about and how his brain works. It's just like it's really amusing actually.
Dang.
Yeah. So
This really has a way with things in such ways, huh?
yeah, like there's this one situation where like in Europe, I'm just gonna call it Europe here a little bit. Like their hotels, they have like everything you could possibly need in a hotel now, like haircut place, restaurants. You can like order newspapers, books. You can do a lot of different things in like hotels in Europe now.
Right.
And so like in this particular one, he has a haircut place, an appointment every Tuesday with this guy in the saloon. In the salon, sorry, not saloon. That's a whole different thing. And so he goes there for his appointment, and like, of course, the hairdresser's gonna be like, "Yeah, come on up right away. I'll take care of you after I finish this guy." But
Mm-hmm.
there's this other guy on the chair, like, waiting for his turn, but he just cuts the line because it's his appointment, and he gets really angry, like frustrated, and like yells at him like, "That's not fair. I was here first, blah 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 blah."
Right.
And instead of him reacting in a negative way, he just sort of stood there and going and says, "I'm very sorry. Like understand that you must be upset, and then that makes him angrier, right? Because he's like, how dare this guy be nice to me when I'm angry? Because people behave that way.
Right.
And so
Because
he
what is
takes this
positive?
pair. Well, yeah, and then he takes a pair of scissors and cuts off one of the wings of his mustache
Um.
and walks out.
Oh.
And so
Okay.
normally I would be right, like just really enraged out of nowhere. And in the book, how his brain works is like, gosh, like based on how he looks and his manner, he must be like a really hardworking gentleman. Probably
Mm-hmm.
stopped in just to kind of finally take a moment to himself to enjoy life,
Right.
just for himself because he's a busy guy. Probably works in industry and all that kind of stuff. So like now that's probably where he's coming from. So I can't be that upset with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, I'd be pissed. So like even the way he handles like situations like that is so interesting. And the barber, of course, is like, I'm so sorry, sir. Like, I know you only came here for trim, but like, what can I do for your mustache? What can I do to help you? I feel really bad this happened. And he
Right.
basically just goes, he goes like, you know what? Let's go for a quick trim and a clean shave.
Ooh.
And that's how he handled it, right? Instead of trying to get the mustache to look better and fixed and matched up, he's like, let's just go for a clean shave. Like, such a cool, neat way to, like,
Right.
handle that kind of a situation. Like, he's just that neat little character. I love him.
Aw. Be
Yeah.
such a nice dude and all that stuff. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So there's also, like, little moments like that that happen, and I'm like, hee, cute.
That's really awesome. That's quite the story.
Hmm. So it's not a whole lot of action, not a lot of drama or anything like that. It's just, like, a really nice story.
No lie. It it,
It
it
might not be everyone's cup of tea, but
right.
I don't know. It's kind of refreshing to read about someone who's so nice.
It sounds no lie. Even with like the hate and the things he gets in that story as you're telling it, it's like he seems like a pretty wholesome guy.
Hmm. We'll see if that changes though, as he's in like his own quarantine or isolation, technically.
Oh,
um,
that's true.
because I'm starting to get to the moment where he's starting to lose his patience a little bit with some people.
Oh,
But but outwardly he handles it very well, of course. Like, okay, yes, of course, take a seat, and you look like you're hungry. Do you want half of my like salmon or whatever? And like, well, do these things that are really nice, but internally he's like, I don't have the time for this. I mean, I technically do have the time for this. I have all the time in the world for this, but I really just want to leave and go for a drink.
aw,
But yeah,
that's
he's
cute.
he's pretty good.
He sounds like a pretty amazing person. Just a pretty wholesome person, really.
Yeah, this fictional character, some wholesomeness is what we all need, and if you need that,
Right?
maybe pick it up yourself. A Gentleman in Moscow.
Gentleman in Moscow. Ooh. If anyone needs a recommendation, there you go. Or myself.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
shit.
me.
That's been you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty hectic week. Pretty adventurous week, if as I would rather put it out, really.
Mhm.
But more to come, right?
Yes, much, much more to come.
Definitely, definitely. Well, I should probably park my truck like right here. Ooh, I'm back way too far in. Promise,
Hmm.
I could park a truck. There we
But
go.
yes,
Much better.
I need to sleep.
Yeah, you probably do. I might want to.
I have a long 8.5 hour shift tomorrow.
Oh boy.
But it's my last 8 hour shift for like ever. Well, not
Right.
ever, but for a while.
So you're just gonna have a little bit easier now.
Yeah, just gonna truck on through this big last shift and then enjoy my tiny BB 5 hour shifts next week.
Hey, even though it's just a break and just like, all right, and then I'm going home. Bye, guys.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
Well, Anyways, thank you again, Dragon, for being one crazy of a derp in your life, but also amazing to hear what you've done and share it out with us. Thank you. I'm gonna type that actually. So do go follow her if you haven't done it already. She definitely she definitely talks about it like throughout in her Twitter posts and like that, but also her podcast at times. So just give her a follow. She's a really amazing person. Um, and she's putting out as much as she can, especially with watch her latest podcast to see how hectic her life is. I know she has explained it here in this stream. I'm pretty sure she definitely explained it in greater one hell of a crazy detail in her latest
Yeah.
podcast episode. So do give it a watch. But anyways, thank you again, Dragon, for being a guest for this week's Truck and Talk.
No worries. Thank you for allowing me time and space for my speech
No
and
problem.
being a good derp.
no worries. I that speech was amazing, and hope I wish you all the best for that, and for the area contest. Um, because that speech is pretty
Thanks.
bomb. Like that's really a good speech. You're getting just better and better as just writing. If not revising speeches, you're getting better at it. Definitely.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. So wish her all the best if your guys are watching this live, or if not, hopefully if your guys watching the VOD, and give her a big congrats and good luck and all that stuff, even though it might have happened already. Um, she already put out all those links, really. So go follow me on YouTube if you haven't already. If you're watching this on YouTube, go subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch, give me a follow. Usually post this every Tuesday on YouTube, and we stream this usually every Thursday, unless if I said otherwise. If I do, follow me on Twitter. Usually I post things there. I like random things, retweet random things, and then post a couple things of updates in life and such. So, and usually that's when I post whenever I stream. So, do give me a follow there and all that fun stuff. In any case, I hope you guys have a great week, right? Rest of your week, rest of your weekend. If not, if you're watching this on Tuesday, rest of your week next week, technically. And
Have a good time.
thank you. You put it out a lot better than I do. Have a good
I put out
time.
a lot better than you.
My English is great. You know that, Violet. Anyways, I do hope you guys have a great day or night or wherever the heck you are. And I'll see you guys next time. That's Dragon over there, and this is Spam Waits. Everyone say bye. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. I look nicely zoomed in. I really need to zoom in more later. Bye. No!